to it. Ain't nothing to it. You got your seed. Yup, I'm about to do it. You got your soul. Yup, ain't nothing to it. We in the garden 7 days a week. We in the garden 'cause you are what you eat.
So this book is illustrated with the plant serving as a factory or a warehouse. And each macronutrient serves as a part of the warehouse in its functioning capacity. Journey with us as we go over the 6 macronutrients and what they do to your plant partners. All right, y'all. What makes a plant grow? Macronutrient number 1.
Nitrogen comes to work early, day in and day out. It's necessary for big trees, down little sprout.
We use, again, the plant as a factory, and nitrogen is the worker. Nitrogen being the worker, it has to get there first, right? Nothing moves until the workers are there. Nitrogen is the building block of all plant matter. You can't do anything without nitrogen being there first.
So, and the plant nitrogen is needed to unload all of the cases, synthesizing nutrients and putting things in the right places.
Nitrogen, literally as the worker, is in charge of moving things around and making sure things are moving smoothly. So nitrogen is needed everywhere in the plant. And it is needed because it synthesizes, meaning it binds with another chemical and then creates whatever is needed within the plant body. Lately, I have been using a wonderful plant called comfrey. It's simple. You just take the plant leaves, you put them in a bucket, you cover the bucket in water, you let it sit for 5 days, boom, you have your fertilizer. With us, I like to add in lactobacillus because it speeds up the process and we can have fertilizer stronger and faster. Macronutrient number 2.
Before we can get work started, we have to turn on the power. Phosphorus is plant energy that works for hours and hours. With phosphorus in the soil, you just can't miss. The plant is powered with a flip of a switch.
Phosphorus is the power for a plant. It is the thing that gives it the jump start. That's why when plants are fruiting or flowering, they need higher phosphorus content. Phosphorus is typically found in the soil structure naturally. You don't necessarily need to add it, but if you're somebody who's growing in containers or a raised bed, like I am here in Georgia with this Georgia clay, we have to be able to add in phosphorus because our plants are detached from the ground. You can go to the store and get bone meal, and that can serve as your phosphorus implement. For us, we actually like to degasify our bones. So when we eat chicken or we eat lamb, we toss the bones in our retort. We actually add the degasification process to it, and then we can simply crumble up the bone and put them into our soil. All right, macronutrient number 3.
Now that the plant is powered, it's time to get into a groove. Potassium is a supplement that makes everything move. Moving things around the plant much like a conveyor. Potassium take nutrients here, there, and everywhere.
So within the factory of the plant, potassium serves as a conveyor belt. It's literally needed for plants to get the nutrients to every part of their developmental stages. So if you have a long plant like a bean or a, vining squash, it needs a lot of potassium so it can move all the nutrients that nitrogen is synthesizing through the plant matter. What we do for potassium is very simple. Bananas, you soak the peels in water, and it's literally making the potassium water soluble and available to your plant matter. With us here at the Seals Family Farm, we're right under Atlanta in Clayco, and we cannot grow bananas here. So we can still use banana leaves to substitute for the banana peels in the same fashion. We soak them in water a couple of days, and our fertilizer is ready and jam-packed with potassium. All right, let's get into macronutrient number 4.
Plant walls are weak and brittle, it can easily show. Calcium is needed while the plant continues to grow. A plant that is in need can easily break when it bends. Calcium keeps the stalk strong to protect from dangerous winds.
So within the plant, the calcium is shown as the repair crew. And calcium is being put on the cellular wall to reinforce it or to edify it. That's what calcium does. It also helps with root systems and strengthening the root systems as well. For calcium, you can take eggshells, crush them up, and put them under the plant. What I like to do is take eggshells, crush them up finely, put them in a jar, add in vinegar, let it sit for about 2 hours, and then you can turn it into a foliar spray or a drench for your root system. All right, macronutrients number 5.
As the plant gets bigger, new leaves begin to shoot. The leaves are essential for turning sunlight into food. Magnesium helps the leaves store all the glorious sun rays. It packs them away in preparation for not so sunny days.
When you synthesize, the sun rays are coming down and is hitting the leaves, and the leaves are sucking in or sequestering the sunlight and storing them in the plant as magnesium. So magnesium is simply that. It's a battery bank. All right, let's get into number 6.
If your plant is hungry and desperate need of nutrients, a yellowing leaf is a clue that it most often will present. Sunlight that was collected in the store will certainly be used. With a little help, sulfur is able to distribute the food.
In this factory, sulfur is representing of a mechanized structure. Sulfur needs a little help though. Sulfur cannot do anything until nitrogen synthesizes. Once nitrogen synthesizes with sulfur, it can then grab the magnesium batteries and distribute them across the plant using potassium as the gateway or the beltway. So on our farmstead, we use Epsom salt for our magnesium sulfur. So that's what we do. We take about a tablespoon of Epsom salt for a half a gallon of water. We shake it up, let the salt mix all the way through, and we use it as a foliar spray. This is the way that we treat for sulfur deficiency and magnesium deficiency. What Makes a Plant Grow is available right now on Amazon. All your purchases help our stewardship center continue to flourish, and us at Seals Family Farm continue to provide educational resources for our community. You can also check out the song on YouTube, What Makes a Plant Grow, 6 Macronutrients. It's the same read along as the book, so grab your book and get funky with it.